Today, on a very special edition of the Real Atomic Toy Chest of Doom, we've got a Halloween haul for you. Not from one, but from two stores, from At Home and from Michaels. Stay tuned.
Tonight on Stuff I Bought
At Michaels and At Home. Let's start with Michaels. And the first piece we're going to look at is the Stack Skulls decor. And there were two of these in the store left. Michaels, much like the other stores we've been to, I think maybe with the exception of Walmart, has either started to put their items on discount, deep discount in some cases, or they are just running out of product. So Michaels was maybe the worst example of that. They had very little left, really only enough to fill maybe a couple of end caps and maybe a very, 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 I wouldn't call it an aisle, but a very short display. And this was one of the pieces, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. It does not fit with the other decor that we've been showing you if you've been watching this video series. The theme has kind of been child-friendly and very vintage. This one may go with vintage. There are some pretty scary pieces out there from the past, but I don't think it's kid-friendly. It's kind of realistic and kind of terrifying. And when I play it in a moment, because it lights up, but it also has sound, which is different from some of the other pieces I've shown you in this series, I think you'll see what I mean. So let's go ahead and do that. And that's a pretty long soundtrack, if you will, for this piece, right? It went on for quite a bit, and a lot of different sounds with it, including, thunder. Pretty impressive for a piece. I think this one was on sale, about 50% off. I would have to double check, but I'm going to ballpark it for the purpose of the video. I think we spent about $20 on this. And again, it's not for decor for Halloween. This would be for a movie prop or for something else. Who knows? Maybe just a piece in my study or den or office. In a future household. I don't have any room right now at the moment in this one. So that's the first piece we're going to look at right there from Michaels. Let's go ahead and move to our second piece. This is the lighted mummy pumpkin. And the moment I saw this, I knew I had to have it. And if you stick around with the series and you watch the video that we're going to do on Lowe's and the blow molds that we purchased there, you'll understand why. This is kind of different. There's a lot of jack-o'-lanterns. There's a lot of skulls available, obviously, at the different stores for Halloween. But this is the only mummy jack-o'-lantern that I've ever come across and had to have it. So let's go ahead and light it up. I don't have a test feature hooked up to this one, so we'll just go ahead and turn it on from the bottom. There we go. So it is quite bright, as you can see, and I think very different, very different. And again, stay tuned for that video on Lowe's, and you'll see what I'm going to pair this up with, and I think you might like it as much as I do. And here we have the last piece that we picked up at Michaels. Like I say, Michaels was very picked over, not a lot left to even consider, but I did want this the moment I saw it, and I think you can see why. Again, if you've been following this video series, you know we're kind of looking for two things. We're looking for kid-friendly Halloween decor, which we still enjoy, but also things which look a little bit vintage or antique, that have that aesthetic that you might see in a 1930s or late 1920s Halloween cartoon from Fleischer Studios or whatnot. And this fit the bill. Just looking at it, I would have bought it if all it did was nothing, just sat there on the wall. But when you light it up, it takes on a whole new dimension, right? It's lit from within, and it has, let me see if I can show this to you. It has slots all along the side and the top, sandwiched between the two pieces. And those slats, kind of like blinds in your window, allow it to send out these very, very, again, very cartoony, old style cartoony, 30s, 20s lights. And they're green, and it's absolutely fantastic. I really, really like this piece. I can't wait to use it in the display that we put together in the next day or two for Halloween. Good purchase. And I think it was, I want to say it was about $10, somewhere in that vicinity, $10 or $12. Might have noticed that I got kind of a weird angle for the camera here, but it's on purpose. What we're looking at is a Happy Haunting table runner. That was $25 from At Home. We've switched stores now, and we couldn't turn it up. It's got these, the little bead work. Hopefully you can pick that up on the video. And it just, again, in that theme of very antique, vintage looking Halloween decor, it just fit the bill. We could not leave that on the shelf. And then over in the top left of your screen, you're going to see the other thing we bought there in terms of tableware. This is a placemat, again, orange and black, and just absolutely a fantastic piece if you wanted to put together something on your table for Halloween. And now we'll actually pull up to the star of the show here. And that is the black cat on a jack-o'-lantern. And this is not, I don't know, I guess it's a blow mold. I think we're looking at it, just pick it up there. It's probably hollow. It certainly isn't weighty enough to be completely solid, but it's a static piece. It does not have an internal light mechanism to illuminate it. This would be something that you'd want to put on a shelf or someplace in light, so it could be illuminated externally. But I love the piece, and you can see how the light there in the video image is limned. Actually, the back of the cat is limned with light. And there's so many things you can do with this. You can backlight it. You can light it from below. And I think if you look at the thumbnail for this video, you'll see I was experimenting with that. I just love this piece. And talking about 1920s, 1930s imagery and cartoons, Halloween cartoons, nothing beats the jack-o'-lantern and the black cat. And I think this just sums it up beautifully. And it kind of is a nice companion piece to what I just showed you, the black cat from Light Effect from Michaels. So I'm very glad we found this. I actually saw this online, and we went At Home with the express purpose of purchasing it. This is the last piece we're going to talk about for this video. It is also from At Home. And it's just, I've seen this at actually a few different stores. I think we might have seen something like this at one of the TG Maxx associate stores. Can't remember what their name would be. Home Goods or Home Sensibility, something like that. Pardon me, I'm sure I'm getting that absolutely wrong. But we bought it at Home, and I think it was a little bit of a better price. Somewhere in the, I think $15 to $20 range. I think it was half price at this point. But I love this. It looks spectacular. And there were two versions. There was one where the candles were white, and this one obviously is the version where they are black. And I'm just going to turn it around so it shields a little bit of the glow from the bulbs, and you can see a little bit more detail. So it has all kinds of relief of wax strips built into it, I think effectively so. And it's just a nice piece. Again, does it fit with the kids' decor? This might go a little bit more with that stack of skulls that I bought with Michaels. It's a little bit more realistic, maybe for that reason, a little bit more grotesque or frightening, but I couldn't resist it. I really, really like this, and I can envision using this in film projects or video projects, or just having it, again, in an office and study during Halloween, and having a little bit of mood lighting, if you will. So I was very happy to get this piece, and hopefully you're enjoying it as well. Thought we'd leave you with a shot of the black cat from Michaels. one last time. If you're enjoying this video, think about watching some of the other videos in the series. We still have one coming up on Walmart and on Lowe's, and believe it or not, on Dollar Tree, which had some pretty spectacular stuff this Halloween 2025. Happy Halloween! There's a whole lot more in the Real Toy Chest of Doom. Gently tap the subscribe button to ensure that you're not shut out from any of the play. Cheers!